David Fincher is perhaps one of the most respected directors of all time. His filmography will be studied in classrooms for years to come, and rightfully so. There are countless aspects of his filmmaking that we could analyze, but today I thought I would focus on one in particular. Welcome to How David Fincher Eats a Sandwich. Let's start with Fincher's early work, and by early work I mean his movies, because I didn't recognize any of the short films he worked on before Alien 3 or 7. You can see that much of his early work withstands cinema-breaking traditions. Here's Fincher holding a basic ham and cheese sandwich. A ham and cheese sandwich is a very common and oversaturated sandwich, consisting of 2 bread slices with an equal parts ham and cheese sandwiched between them. The types of cheese one can construct a ham and cheese sandwich with varies and depends on the person's taste. I had a ham and cheese sandwich just the other day, so in some ways, I am like a young David Fincher. And you can be too. So what is the point of pointing this out? By seeing David Fincher eating a ham and cheese sandwich, he is emulating the common man because it is his early work, and he has not developed the advanced directing or movie skills, which likewise applies to his taste in sandwiches. Let's fast forward time a bit. The year is 1999. Fight Club. Fight Club is perhaps the greatest piece of cinema ever created, and nothing else is better except for most of Stanley Kubrick films. But that's another topic for another Fight Club. Fight Club is the big film Fincher is known for. And what better way to demonstrate this than with him eating a club sandwich? Yes. In fact, Fincher took on the role of director of Fight Club because he thought it was about the tasty sandwich. It was only until the day he arrived on set did he find out what the movie was really about. In an interview that I won't cite, Fincher states, "When I arrived on set, I was all ready to go because I had a bucket of club sandwiches for the cast and crew. I was ready to fight. But then Brad Pitt came up, put a hand on my shoulder, and recited the entirety of the Fight Club book by Chuck Palahniuk, and I understood what it was about. I was bummed, but I decided to do it anyway because I had the time." Let's talk about the club sandwich for a minute. It is a sandwich and always has been. You can take it into clubs and use it as a club. It's a versatile sandwich, and they're outlawed in 6 states. That's all we know about the club sandwich. The Fight Club sandwich. Fight Club. The next film on Fincher's IMDb that I recognize is ZODIAC. In this film, Fincher's cinematography and lighting are at their peak. There's a lot of mise-en-scène as well. The angles and style really set the overall mood for the film's themes and wide shots. Here, we see Fincher use unconventional methods of directing, so of course, the sandwiches he was eating at the time were also unconventional and innovative. For example, the time sandwich. The time sandwich. My sign is Gemini. Right after directing Zodiac, Fincher made The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, a film I have definitely seen and enjoy a lot. In this one, Fincher is eating a grilled cheese sandwich, which is notoriously the hardest sandwich to make. To this day, scholars argue over the physics of grilled cheese sandwiches, debating on whether or not our mortal bodies could handle such perfection. So there is a lot of debate as to whether or not what Fincher is eating here can be classified as a grilled cheese sandwich. But let's say, for the sake of argument, this is one. Why would Fincher choose to consume this? And allow me, if you will, to answer that question with a different question. If movies are film, then is art dead? That is the question Fincher proposes in this film. The Gone Girl with the Dragon Social Network tattoo. Fincher's best work and also his latest, I think. For this film, Fincher made the bold and innovative decision to not eat sandwiches, instead opting for a more functional burger. The burger allowed Dave, we're on a first-name basis, to combine all the flavors of his previous sandwiches all into one burger. So too does this translate into the film here. A closer look at the burger, and we can see the cheese from his ham and cheese days. There's also elements of the club sandwich, including bread. We can see the grilled cheese is also there, and of course, the time sandwich. Everyone is here, and Fincher is not pulling any punches on this film, using big zooms and angles in a way that no other director wants to. The camera work pans telescope to pay homage to Stanley Kubrick and Citizen Kane. Medium shots, medium rare burger. You see, it all makes sense. Thank you. Fight Club.